We're going to start things out with Lijiang Tower for our control map, then going to Temple of Anubis on Assault. Blizzard World will be our happy time. He's got his grab ready to go. Soundberry used preemptively. There's a self-destruct. Happy throws it right at him pretty much, but they do catch a lot of members of LA in there. That's a lot of kills coming in for Charge. So after the engage with that grab, does not want to get that one eaten. Guangzhou, a lot of ultimates to use. They actually flip the point back into their favor with the Soundberry. Now the grab comes in for the Gladiators. Self-destructs all over the place. No kills out of either one, but the Charge does lose Hot Butt. Now they're caught in the grab from Gladiators. Charge falling back, and they are losing a few people here. Roar drops to Shatter. Doesn't really seem to connect with anybody of note there, but they're getting the kills anyway. So Charge getting pushed away, and Gladiator's gonna retake. Looks like this point might just go their way.
Yeah, what the distance though?
Wow.
Gotta get there, we're in overtime.
Yeah, that's right. They gotta touch the point. All right, they engage now. Charge splits up a little bit. Decay pops the grab in, not eaten. Can they finish off the Charge though? There's the self-destruct. Void doesn't get any kills with it. Transcendence used by the Charge. They're gonna roll back in now with the Soundberry. Hotba with that self-destruct. Roar shield is gone. Decay and Big Goose down already. And Charge are gonna equalize here on Night Market. We are going to the third round.
Out, then the Gladiators are.
Oh, and they're getting completely destroyed now. Rio out of the way. Sound barrier for the Gladiators. They're really putting a ton into this fight. Everything getting used. Happy even using the grab there. Oh, I don't know if I like that for the Charges. They had already lost their Reinhardt. They're still gaining percent though, so the longer they can delay, the better. But looks like it will be Gladiators eventually flipping the point, but giving over about 40% in the process or something.
I mean, they're still dealing with this Lucio on the point right now. So, you know, honestly, it was a pretty equal trade. The difference is walk this point. We'll see what they can do.
A better support autonomy right now for the Gladiators. Grab gets used immediately. That's going to draw the Transcendence from 2. Self-destruct coming in. 2 for Void. Looking pretty good for LA right now. Big Goose gets caught by Hotba's self-destruct, but they've got his Soundberry before he went down. So everything looking pretty good for the Gladiators here at the end of Lijiang Tower. Just cleaning up the respawns again. Few members of the Gladiators, or Charge left rather. Happy gets on there. Maybe if they can get some lucky kills, but Kib is down already. Rally again, getting used by Hydration. Nobody from the Charge gets back there, and it will be Gladiators taking the first map.
Very nicely done. Gladiators holds.
Yeah, again, we sound like a broken record, but it does kind of call back to that strength of schedule these guys have had. Still Primal Rage available. They've got the rally out for the Charge right now. Here comes Rio. One tick taken already for the Gladiators, but here's the grab. Sound Barrier wearing away. They're going to have to use Shaz's Transcendence. Self-destruct comes in from Hot Bum, and no kills on that one. Just Void's mech, and the ensuing grab from the Gladiators, claiming a lot of victims here. Rio trying to equalize, but it's looking good for LA.
I mean, when you lose.
Minefield used by Rio. Charge trying to get a little bit more. Oh, Shaz! He's down to use a nano boost.
It's looking really good for the Charge right now. Just a couple more to clean up. Hotbutt coming in.
There we go. And it was Happy just taking names on that Hanzo. Saw it on the kill feed to set up Hotbutt.
Massive eat here or a counter self-destruct. Maybe counter self-destruct Shatter can save them.
If you can win the fight, you're going to have a decent time bank yet. And it was on Rio. He gets a shield up in time to block the self-destruct. Roar down, as is Hydration. Gladiators not able to keep their tanks up, and this is exactly what the Charge needed to try to at least get a good amount of time in the time bank here. Not going to be able to equalize the Gladiators, but they can finish it now. They do. Goes in now. Deep is raising her APM. That's good news. Oh, Rio down though. Damage came in, and now the Gladiators getting to fight that 5v6. Decay even taking a nap. In the meantime, that's so much healing coming out of Moira too. Her heal did get a little bit of a buff. 2 in the patch for this one. Chara down, and the Gladiators just hemorrhaging players, or Charge rather, just hemorrhaging players right now. 1 tick taken already. There's a grab from the Gladiators. Happy's grab gets eaten by Void even. And that should be about it. LA Gladiators will go up 2-0 in this series.
Gladiators, pretty dominant win there. Charge.
Yeah.
Made it a match.
Yeah. But if you remember back to these matches last year, they seem to always manage to play.
Decision-making from this Gladiators team just gets better and better.
Wow. Very optimistic shatter used by Roar there. They do force Charge off of the high ground. Now Chara, no protection for the Lucio. And once again, Decay finds another victim.
Hey, basically perfect tracking there.
Oh, yeah. He's so good. It's insane. Jazz pops a Transcendence. Lod's also coming after the charge right now. Self-destruct doesn't find anybody, but the other members of the team do.
Rio setting up a good play there by initiating with the...
Oh, they've got Rio really low. Oh, let's call there. A lot of ultimates for a charge now.
You can see that trying to get around to the flank right now. Does get one stun on the shoe.
And shoe down, but they couldn't follow it up because of the grab. Up at self-destruct, doesn't claim anybody, but they do push the Gladiators back. Sound barrier, though, sustaining, and Kim drops first. Boyd a little bit low here. Shaz is there's a nice shatter from Roar. Boyd gets Shu with the self-destruct, and the Gladiators, throughout all of that, again, pretty much playing a perfect team fight. He goes for it! Tries to go for the stylish jab, but nothing doing. Gets kept alive by the sound barrier, though, luckily for him. Guangzhou charge, though, can respond with some aggression of their own. Decay stunned by the shatter, doesn't get to use the grab. Roar knocked down as he charges into Rio. At the same time, there's the grab now for charge. Void responding with the self-destruct. A few kills dropping here. Void dies before he can get back into his mech. Guangzhou charge, though.
Yeah, right now, Gladiators just need to be patient, but Happy is going to take out Decay, and that means Charge are going to get this point.
Yeah, they should. But I think the Gladiators are pretty pleased with the amount of time they've been able to run off the time bank.
Over there, it's like, if he already cast Trance, if he doesn't do that, then they lose anyway, so.
Sure, yeah. Whoa, Boyd with the 3K self-destruct. Sound barrier dropped by Big Goose, but they didn't even need it there, man. That was another great grab from Boyd, and now we're under 10 seconds. Hotba trying to delay as long as he can, but that self-destruct gonna get blocked here, and I don't know if anyone can get back to the point. Shaz Shu tries to get there with the Transcendence, but that's the end of the attack run. It's the end of the map.
Up the season.
Right.
And so, you know, he was a serviceable Mercy, but he's
as well.
Yes, they are.
Yep. There it is. Grab thrown in.
Why not?
The Diva wasn't there. Yeah, why not indeed? Shoot Kim everybody down, and I think if I'm charged, I'm considering getting on that rocket ship myself and flying off the map. Time to make an escape, I think.
Go hang out with the pro.
Here we go, rally. Again from the Gladiators to get aggressive. They put the charge down that little hallway, but they lose Shaz. Charge with the 6v5 now. They've got the Gladiators kind of pinned down in there. Primal Rage. Oh, Roar gets a kill to Chara, actually. Gets two. Finishes off Shu as well. And the K roasting people. What in the world? I've never seen a fight down in the spawn room like that before. That was nuts.
Rear grab going to be coming online for Happy.
That's right. They're going to have a chance here. Happy drops the grab, gets a good amount of Gladiators caught up in it. There's the self-destruct. Big Goose kills Happy, but more people dropping on the Gladiator side.
Question is, can they live? Decay is now back. Void has a self-destruct, so a way to reback. He's buying time.
Oh,
and he gets Shu as well.
A chance with the sound barrier now for the Gladiators to come back and actually win this fight. Hotba down, and Roar has yet another Primal Rage, juggling Kim to death. And despite being a bit short-handed, when that fight began, it looks like they're going to turn it around and actually end the map, end the series right here. As soon as overtime expires, Chara, sound barriers himself. That's all there is to it, a 4-0 for the LA Gladiators over the Guangzhou Charge.
And the Gladiators just keep on rolling, recovering from